You're listening to TayRadio Marin, a show run by youth in Marin County to inspire, educate, and be heard, with your host, Annalie Reyes.
And your co-host, Santi Hernandez.
And your co-host, Min Soon.
Thank you for joining us this week on Tay Radio. Make sure to tune in every Friday at 4 p.m. And as always, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Tay Radio Marin.
Hello, welcome back to TayRadio, everyone. I'm your host, Annalie Reyes.
And I'm your host, Javier.
And on today's show, we'll be talking about National Cancer Prevention Month. And I feel like it's going to be an interesting show. I feel like a lot of people will be more informed, and it's especially this month where it's important to inform yourself a lot with what's happening during these months. But I did want to talk about a little bit of my quote of the week. And the quote of this week is, "You can be a victim of cancer or a survivor of cancer. It's a mindset." And it's by Dave Pelzer. And I feel like I'm not like a person who experienced cancer, and I can't like compare that to anything, but I can also relate to it that it's all about your mindsets. And with anything about what you think, it's all in your mindset. You can set yourself for success, and it's possible, you know. It just sometimes it takes time, and sometimes it's just times that is all you need. So yeah, I encourage you guys to think positive of anything that's happening, especially right now. I know a lot of people are going through tough times, and we just hope you guys are doing well. And if you guys need anything, please contact us. We're here for you guys. I feel like union comes very strong, and we're all in this together. But before we do start talking about the National Cancer Prevention Month, I want to introduce the PSA, and then we'll be right back.
Are you in an unhealthy relationship? Are you a victim of a crime? Need someone to talk to? Well, the Victim Witness Program is able to help you by giving you the support and help that you need to be safe. You can call the Victim Witness Program at 415-473-5080. Again, the number is 415-473-5080.
Welcome back. That was the PSA that you just watched. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I thought it was a little bit informative. Hopefully you guys thought of it too. Before we do begin, I do wanted to explain what is National Cancer Prevention Month. And I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory. It's basically a month to bring awareness of how to prevent yourself from getting cancer, or just spread the knowledge to people so you can help them prevent getting cancer as well. And some people may just think that cancer is just one thing. Like, for example, breast cancer is more common or most known. But Javier is going to explain a little bit what is cancer and what kind of types of cancer there is.
Yeah, so cancer is a name given to a collection of related diseases, which I think a lot of people don't know, because cancer is a process in which the body cells begin to divide without stopping and spread into surrounding tissues. Cancer can start almost anywhere in the body, which is why it is a general term, as there are many different types of cancer. The most common types of cancer are lung and breast cancer, each contributing to about 12% of new cancer cases. Cancer is a genetic disease, which means that cancer controls the way our cells function in our genes. Cancer can arise through genetic changes, such as inheritance from our parents, being exposed to substances that lead to cancer, and as a result of errors that occur as cells divide. And I'll pass it over to Santi to tell you, how did it become national, and what do people do during this month?
Yeah, unfortunately, Santi is not here, but I'll take in her part. And it did become national during 2004, when the former Senate Ernest Holling introduced it. And I think it's an important event, and it was after the passage of Senate Resolution 252 in 2004, I think, or 3. And you can look up on the website on Congress, and I know it's like updated now, but it was about that. And the whole point of this was to take initiative and bring the whole national community to understand how to prevent cancer. And some people take initiative and schedule appointments to get the HPV vaccine, which we'll be talking more about it later on in the show. And they also try to get cancer screening that they are recommended. There might be some side effects or some side effects of screening. So make sure you talk to your doctor if you do need a cancer screening. And then people also read books or listen to podcasts to get informed. And I think this, just listening to us, is just one step closer to understanding more about it. And we totally recommend to talk to your doctors and get more information from them as well. And people also share what they learn through social media. It can be through Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and it just reaches out to a lot of people, even if you feel like you don't make a movement, but you can just by sharing to your friends. It makes a huge difference. And there's also some informative information that I wanted to share with you guys, which is knowing, for you guys to know, what are some ways you can prevent yourself from getting cancer in general. And a lot of them is just about things that we are exposed to or we consume. And it's very important to be aware of that. I've seen like in stores of alerts of cancer exposure. So make sure you look out for that too, because it's important to be aware of what you're being exposed to and what you can do for yourself, and if you're okay with that. And so one of them is to say no to tobacco, or at least try to avoid saying yes as often as you can, because it can create cancer in your lungs. But there's a long list. I don't know. I'll mention a few, but it's larynx, mouth, esophagus, throat, bladder, kidney, liver, stomach, pancreas, colon, cervix, and even acute myeloid leukemia, which is a lot of different kinds of cancers, and it's a lot more complex than it may seem just by saying yes to tobacco. And we just wanted to inform you guys. We don't want to like tell you what to do. It's your choice at the end, but we do encourage you not to take as much, as it can create difficulties with your human body system. There's also alcohol. If you drink a lot of alcohol, I think it's really bad, and it also increases cancer. It's similar to what I've mentioned with tobacco, but it also has, it can leave complexity to the breast as well, breast cancer. So just be careful of that as well. And then carcinogen or something. Yeah, carcinogen. And if you don't know what carcinogen is, it's basically anything that can cause cancer that you should be aware of. And some examples can be gasoline or even wood dust, which I thought was kind of surprising because I didn't think wood dust can cause cancer, but it can. And also, if you you have been in the sun for a long time, it can cause cancer. I know this was like kind of common like back a few years ago when it was just a lot of news about it. And especially like I've heard that also like tanning for a long time can also cause cancer. Like not not tanning like I mean tanning artificially, if you know what I mean. And just the right amount of light of sun or exposure of sun is good for you to get vitamin D, because if you don't get vitamin D, you do have, if you lack vitamin D, it can also lead problems like like it can hurt your bone strength, or and you might not feel well if you don't have vitamin D. But it's best to get a balance and know what your body is telling you, because all bodies are different. And also maintaining a healthy diet, weight and exercise. Everyone's body is different, like I just said. So just maintain something that you feel like is healthy. And I did wanted to mention about HPV. It is a virus and it can cause cancer. So there is a vaccine for it. So if you feel like you really need to take it, you can get vaccinated for the HPV. And HPV can cause like can develop cervical cancer and other cancers as well. So I encourage you guys to look into that more if you want to be more informed about that, or you can also talk to your doctor. Um, and later on we'll talk about screens, but we encourage you to take screens and anything that your doctor recommends you to do. And also mentioned before, if cancer is run by your family, let your doctor know, because your doctor can't read minds. So if you inform them the most about your genes or like your family history, it can help you and the doctor as well. And the doctor can also let you take a genetic test to predict the risk of the particular disease. But that's it. What I wanted to tell you guys. But we will be right back after we play this song. So we encourage you to stay along and stick around.
Yo, CeeLo killed this shit. Yeah, she made me heartless. She hopping in the mosh pit. Yeah, she made me wanna drop shit, made me wanna lock it. She wants my mind, I lost it. She wants my heart, but it's rotten. Yeah, I got a black heart, I'm a rock star. Running out of patience, baby, I'm not a doctor. Running past my enemies, but I think I lost her. Stuck up in the clouds, in my thoughts, I need to talk to her. Talk to her. Talk to her, it's a massacre. My mind's starting to blur. Yeah, I need to find the light. Spent too much time in this darkness. I was so low, she told me she's my mistress. I was tripping out, all I did was listen.
Welcome back. The artist you were listening to was by Crepe. You can stream his music on Spotify at Crepe. If you are or know a local artist, send your music our way. Via email or DM at TayRadio Marin to be mentioned on the show, and we highly encourage you to let us know, like, if you want to be on the show as well. We would love to hear your journey as being a musician, and also anyone who is inspired to work in the community or is doing something in the community and would like to share it or need help from the community. Let us know. We are here to spread the word, and we would be very excited to have you on the show as well. So don't be afraid to contact us, and this is your sign, just by just by saying this. But we were left talking about some of the preventions that you can do to prevent yourself from getting cancer. But you guys may be wondering, what is screening? And for you guys, the viewers who are much younger, you might not know this, so we wanted to make sure we provided the information for you guys.
So screening for cancer is a process to find cancer in a person before they begin to show symptoms. Being able to find cancer before symptoms will make it easier to treat or cure because once cancer symptoms begin to occur, it'll become harder to treat cancer. Screening tests do have risks, however, as some screen tests can lead to serious problems, such as false negative and positive test results. And finding cancer may not improve the health of a person, but knowing that it's developing can still help. But it should still be noted that cancer screenings aren't completely reliable. The types of screenings that can be done are through a physical exam, laboratory tests such as blood or urine samples, imaging procedures, and genetic testing. It is important to always check in with your healthcare provider to find the best cancer screening option for you, but also keep in mind the risks that each screening can cause on you. And as for ways that we can, help each other as a community,
Actually,
and
I did wanted to add, sorry, I did wanted to add any something that I think women should do. You should like if you suspect yourself of having breast cancer. I know it's most known to do yourself a physical exam where you touch your breast and see if you have any lumps that will help you further prevent from like your disease from getting worse, and hopefully will help you um, get taken care of soon from your doctor. And if you do see it, like if you do feel a lump, you should contact your doctor and they'll diagnose it and see if it is breast cancer. So that is just an example of screening yourself as well.
all right, thank you
But
for adding
yeah,
to that, Annalie. Thank you. So yeah, as for ways that we can help each other out in our community, and for those to support those who have cancer, is well, spread the word of what you've learned in today's show. Knowledge is just as important as staying healthy in this situation, just because not a lot of people, well, a lot of people know about cancer, but they don't know exactly what cancer is and how there's literally so many different types of cancer out there. So it's good to inform everyone about that. Um, Give hugs or virtual hugs with how things are running right now. Sharing love and sharing just sympathy for those who are in families affected by cancer can really go a long way in helping someone's mental health during such during a type of event like that. Um, Praying, if you are religious, praying I know can help a lot, but also that is if you are religious. Um, Always make yourself maybe like a volunteer to those in need. So those who with more like serious cancers where their loved ones can't move or it makes them physically unable to do something, can really go a long way if you help them out in choosing, and helping them get groceries or having or giving them rides somewhere, like any type of volunteering to make the person, you know, continue to live their life normally, is great. And always staying positive. I know cancer isn't a very fun topic for a lot of people, but having a right mindset, as Annalie was saying before, it's all about having that healthy mindset. And if you keep a healthy mindset when you're feeling, that things aren't going your way, eventually you'll find a way to overcome everything. And just having that positive attitude will really just make you a much better person overall in fighting the battle that is cancer. But Annalie, you wanted to add
yeah,
anything to that?
yeah. I feel like your attitude really can set up the mood of, like, for example, if you're in a classroom, your attitude can set up your mood throughout the classroom. And if you're not feeling good, like for example in your class, you might not have a good day because you have a bad mood. But if you set yourself and feel better, or and you think it's going to be a good day, it's going to be a good day, because even if there's like flaws throughout the day and you stay positive, you're still going to think it's a good day. So we encourage you guys to stay positive, and it's just it's better when you're like thinking positive just in general, and living can be fun. You just have to make it fun, and you make it fun with your family and friends or whoever you enjoy time being with. And I did wanted to mention what I wanted to add something with what with Javier, and like he mentioned about virtual hugs, and I feel like right now it's a hard time because of COVID, and we can't like really see people who are in the hospitals right now because it's very chaotic. Just because there's a lot of patients and a lot of doctors that are running around, but we encourage you guys to FaceTime the cancer patient that you know or who you're friends with, and just talk with them. It's basically like visiting them, but unfortunately we can't do it right now because of COVID. But we encourage you guys to just be there with them. I feel like it's highly, I don't know, highly appreciated from them. Because I feel like if you're in a hospital, you will feel lonely if you don't talk to anyone and you're just in the room watching TV. Um, and we, like, for me, I have my own room, but I have the opportunity to go out of my room and talk to my family. Um, but patients don't have that. And so just for you to take that action first, it's important and will be very appreciative.
Yeah, and I
And
understand that it's pretty hard right now with, like you were saying, with COVID, not being able to really support the people who have cancer. But it should also be noted that, taking the precautions now, having that system or that buddy system where you're that one person's like emotional support is very important and crucial because COVID has really shown how far a person mental health can go in terms of like worrying. And I know cancer can cause a lot of worry in families. I have a lot of friends who have unfortunately had to go through a family member either passing away through cancer, and seeing I always ask them like what was like something that we could do to help them, and every time they would tell me they just needed someone there to hear them talk. So hearing someone, just give their um, thoughts and opinions on the whole situation that's going on in their household is both important if the household is suffering from cancer or COVID. And everyone should be very aware that if your friend is feeling lonely or feeling like nothing's going their way, it's always important to just go out there and put yourself in front of them and kind of also understand the situation that they're in, because I feel a lot of people tend to forget that. But as much as emotional support as you can put into your friends and loved ones, the better we're off in tackling these really, really tough situations.
yeah, I agree with you, and I liked how you mentioned to put yourself in their situation, and I kind of like see that as empathy, and I feel like empathy is very strong, and it can be related to any like certain topics that like help patients in general. I feel like it's very important to have empathy when you're helping your friends or family, just putting yourself in their shoes and making them feel like they're okay, and just letting them know that you're with them, and that they're not alone, because it can be scary when um you're like alone and you're in yourself, especially when you're going through something. There's like a video that I highly recommend. I don't know its name, but hopefully you can like look it up on YouTube. It's about empathy, and they show a video of a person that is dug inside a hole, and it can feel like that when you're going through hard stuff, especially if you know someone who has cancer, I feel like they would feel like they're dug inside a hole, and it can be like scary being alone down there, but having empathy is basically going down the hole and talking to them and knowing that you're there with them. And I feel like that really describes what we should be doing to those patients, and just in general with your family and friends. And I know we mentioned that knowledge is important, especially during the situations, and that can be applied to many different situations. That just by something that you learned, you can help your friends or family of how to prevent from any like certain diseases or anything that can lead to harm. And I know I'm going very general, but if that speaks to you, just take action. I know it can be scary, but um, I'm sure you won't regret it, because you're helping your patient or your friend, and whoever you know. But Javier, do you have anything else to add?
I think what you said was perfect, and I still stand my ground that uh, love one another, and even I know times are tough right now, but being able to FaceTime your friends and supporting them emotionally through text or FaceTime, uh, any sort of communication that doesn't involve close contact, will really go a long way in a person's ability to just overcome uh, either a family or loved one who has cancer or even COVID. Um, and again, it's really important that people are aware of how serious cancer really is, especially in this month. But that's all from me.
I did wanted to point out that if you I wanted you guys to just realize or take note of, if you feel like just look at, just through your text, you can see who's reaching out to you and who's not. And if you notice that you're not reaching out to people, maybe that's something that you can take action and reach out to them first. Um, it doesn't always have to be them reaching out to you, and it can be very appreciative from your friends or family. So um, just take note of that throughout this week and see and figure out um, what's going on. It could be an interesting experiment as well. But sadly, we are near the end of the show, and we want to appreciate you guys for listening and watching, and we hope you guys have a good weekend, and appreciate your time with your family or the people that are living in your household. And yeah, just have a nice weekend and have a positive mindset. And we will like to see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
This is the end of our show for this week. Make sure to catch us next week at 4 p.m. on Facebook and Instagram at TayRadio Marin.